that we see in action. Taken on this time, I think last time it was Archgriffin taken. This time it's Skellige taken by Imamon.
I'm not sure how this will go really for Sanvanter. There's a lot of toll punishes, but the thing is, this deck for Imamon does not go particularly tall. Now, Yenvo can be annoying at disrupting a bit of the carryover, potentially if this Crow Mother is stolen away. You do have this Squirrel as well to potentially get rid of either the is there a Neomancy? I think there is in this list. Yes, there is. Either that or a Crow Messenger.
Crow just got assassinated, unlucky. Disrupting the axle, but there are more crows to come.
Yeah, Crow's Eye Riser. Bringing in the extra crows, so yeah, it is probably the correct play, because there's only one Crow's Eye Riser in this list. You put a bit of pressure on that card, but it is in hand, so everyone pretty happy, especially with that Crow Mother, which is a druid herself, to spawn the third crow on the Rhizome. Axel coming down, upgrading these crows, training them to become messengers. A lot scarier, I think. No?
So Crow Mother is 10 provision card. There are a couple of things above her on the provision, like Henry and Radea, but Sanvanter gonna be drawing into that. It's not that bad of a tempo play, especially if it's free, but Nilfgaard has better things to do, so...
Still not bad. It's similar to a Norsca in terms of point.
Maybe he somehow manages to get her into the graveyard. And he has the Rune Mage, so...
Or Lydia.
The runes are the alchemy cards, so if you somehow manage to get the Crow Mother into the graveyard, should be happy. We'll also see the Doom being spread between
Spicy
the birds.
Servant.
But once again,
the
battle of the servants and the battle of Crow's Eyes is so funny to see in the competitive setting. In the end, Skellige takes the victory in round 1 after creating some extra messengers.
Yeah,
so
one Megascope went through there, the other is deck. Yeah, here's the scroll in hand. It's a bronze, which I don't really think you want to mulligan too much. Especially if you're expecting the Neomancy to come out. You probably do want to mulligan something because you would like access to this Rune Mage. So it's actually the full Siri getting mulliganed. Very interesting to see. I suppose there is an answer to the full Siri in the form of this Aguara. I would be expecting anyone to be saving that. You do see the bricked anglerfish in hand here for Imamon. Probably going to curtail a bleed or, potential even to push. You don't want to go all in on your rain in this round as a result. Probably going to play the Crow Messengers, maybe set something. Oh.
Carryover is just getting cancelled step after step. The Crow Mother was paid by the Nilfgaardian Empire, and now they are assassinating Crow Messengers in the graveyards by well-trained squirrels, it looks like.
Yeah, Squirrel
interceptors.
This squirrel's gotten sick of being preyed upon by this owl, decided to wreak revenge against another bird in the form of a Crow Messenger. You see, only 4 Crow Messengers right now. That's not nearly as scary as some of the previous games we've seen with this list.
So, of course, Henry is there if you missed the games before. Sometimes backfires. Sometimes gives your opponent a fun for the extra points that come for free. Especially for the decks that can mulligan a card. But in this case, quite a few rolls that you can give to this Skellige deck that will be completely useless for them. Yeah, we see Radea being utilized to deny the rain value. And yeah, Sanvanter lacks the information about that anglerfish being
exactly. But, I mean, to be fair, you don't have much else to lock.
Do we see the Shoop? The Kelp is there. We see Rune Mage being played, but yeah, as you pointed out, the leader can be that alchemy playing card. Nausicaa into the rain.
That's
10
a
points,
really good
with
roll.
some art.
Now I think Imamon has to start thinking about just getting out of the round already.
Do we see the leader? Sanvanter is taking
Oh,
a
gosh.
pause here.
Yeah, Sanvanter very well could go for the leader. Even just getting this heat wave either onto a Kelpie or one of the crew messengers, quite nice.
No, this
Yeah.
is not true.
Yeah, I do like this heat wave onto the sergeant from Imamon though, because if that did go into the graveyard, Imamon probably does want to play their own Freya's Blessing next round. That would play very nicely for Sanvanter with the Lydia into Freya's Blessing being able to replay one of their own bronzes. Also, if we do actually end up playing the Crow Mother here, that Freya's Blessing would also bring her back next round. But still waiting a little longer. We could have seen, even if you used the leader, you could have done Fukusha into, say, this Van Moorhelm Servant, or even resurrect the Calvite to pull these. Oh, well, okay, you haven't played the Henry yet, but that would help shuffle the Henry stuff back to the top of your deck.
Don't tell people about those secret Fukusha into the Calvite strategies. They're gonna be scared. Okay, so Axel is doing boring job again, just spawning some untrained crows.
And it's interesting to note that the rain is being sacked on the same row. I wonder what Imamon thinks in response to that. Here comes the Henry. Stefan ought to be not amazing, but still decent. Oh, actually, sorry, this is what you're giving Imamon. Never mind. Hemdall could be good, actually. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet Hemdall.
Okay, so Tibor, Usurper, Stefan, and Vivienne, don't think. Okay, Vivienne on Fukusha would have been potentially nice play, but you don't have it. You have the 15 damage from Blaze of Glory now, with the help of the Tibor, which I find amazing. If only find a target for that.
I mean, depending on if like a Sheep Resilience is taken, that could be
But yeah, Henry like makes for some interesting lines that you usually only see in the draft mode, but let's be. We need a draft tournament somehow. I don't know how. Nobody.
This Amir is played very, very slow, not much synergy with anything everyone is doing. I don't think Sanvanter is going to be able to catch up in one, however.
And like there is a justification for that leader. Like now you have the information that the plays from your opponent might be not the most amazing ones, but you were kinda playing into that loss.
I love the Hemdall sound effect there. It sounds like it's just vomiting up some lightning. Close margin, but Sanvanter still trailing by a little bit. This ongoing rain. Kelpie is now unlocked with the Aguara countering Aguara, getting a lot of value. Here comes the Shoop.
Okay, so what are we taking for the Shoop? Okay, that's a 10-point body.
Goes off the Kelpie, still behind with the rain.
The damage.
This front row is now full, which does mean that this Vilgefortz can only be used on the back row. The top bronze would be a Nausicaa. And
not amazing.
Yeah. Really what you want to be
abduction on Vivian is possible. It's not nearby unit. And that should be playing for some value, but
yeah, boost the Crow Mother by 5. Not
Radea 5 as well, so nothing too exciting.
Actually, no, Rune Mage by 8. Boosted Rune Mage by 8.
Oh, okay, Rune Mage is damaged, and yeah, it's a low powered to begin with, so good point. But we see that Imamon is passing, so can be anything. Vivian's time potentially didn't come. Was there a... No, only Vivian was the target, okay. Everything else created was above provision cost. So Vilgefort's Lydia. Lydia is bound to get Crow Mother most likely as well.
Yeah.
Abduction is at the moment dead.
Ooh, draws back into the full series. Note that wasn't guaranteed from the Calvi because the full series was actually mulliganed last round. You're going to be pretty happy to see that, I think. Especially after having the lock taken out with the Agora being used last round by Imamon.
I don't know, like this full city against the Raging Bear.
Yeah, that
wouldn't
is
be
actually
amazing, but Imamon is not keeping that, or not getting that,
yeah. There's
unless you go for Neuromancy.
no
But you
Booher
have like
access.
Bright and Sarkwan, so not the greatest pulls. I might be missing something, but yeah, this full
You're
city
correct.
might have backfired.
The
If
Sangreal
the
can still
Mulligan...
play for decent points if the Milton sticks.
Okay, to be honest, you have the second Freya. If you combine the Blaze with the Raging Bear, you can just kill full city.
And also, you don't even care about using your leader on the Raging Bear here, because there is that huge T-Bore. As you mentioned, is Nausicaa probably not sticking on the board for very long. Yeah. Granted, you don't want to kill it right now, because that would open up the Frey's Blessing from that Lydia. Why we just see... what you call it? Siri coming out. An additional battle preparation. Actually protecting the Nausicaa from that T-Bore. Good.
Yeah, so is the bear still a play? You are wasting a lot of leader points, so I doubt, but the city flipped with Sangreal with Milton is a lot of points. Also love the position of full city, just providing that one extra wholesome gold. For your bronzes, okay. Yeah, okay, I love it.
Yeah, I think that is by far the best line here.
Oh wait, okay. I would have loved... okay, that might be better. But is it? I would have liked discarding with the leader, but I guess discarding with leader and killing Milton or doing more damage to Nausicaa is better points.
Yeah, you can still res a half through. Like, it's maybe not crazy, but it's still solid. No gold unit. This Commander's Horn is just a wholesome 10 for 7.
Modern Freya is patient, but she brooks no insult.
A beautiful pair of legs, please.
We do remember that the Crow Mother is somewhere there. Sangreal itself is an alchemy as well, so yeah. Very easy to get value, but no full city to combine it with.
Yeah, look, you still get the 12 boost on the Milton, but it definitely isn't ideal. It's cute resing the Servant, but I don't think this Doomed matters that much anymore. But it is nice to pull the Crow Mother out as well.
How about infusions cannot be transferred. I was thinking about offensive Sangreal and then transferring the status or infusion. But
okay,
not gonna happen.
This is looking...
Sangreal is
it's
interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I think it played for 4 points here, basically. Well, actually, that 4 points
Imamon
didn't
is
really.
off for a
yeah.
good start.
Oh, and
Uh,
Shaoma just falling by the wayside. Just like Sanvanter's
yeah.
hopes of starting off on the right foot. Would not otherwise have access to. But yeah, Sanvanter is going to need to pray to the Shrine of Henry yet again in some future game in this series. Really hopes to take a win in the series. We see the blue coin for Sanvanter with the Northern Realms, and it's a mirror with the pincer from Imamon
Erland's
as well.
mirror.
Yes, Erland a mirror, but a couple different flavors.
Yeah, same, but different.
Yes. Do you prefer your Erland with a shoop, or do you like a little bit of Archgriffin on the side of your...
Yeah, let's find out which one is better. One of them is playing the Afiri merchant. I wonder if that can play an important role here, especially like Sanvanter bringing that combo of Cintrian Envoy and Afiri merchant back to the tournament meta.
Okay, Sanvanter's hand is... Look, you have the shoop and the Rede, which is nice, but at the same time, you're missing Temple, missing Mage Generator, missing Rune Mage, which is very much not nice. So I don't know how you're going to start this when you're missing a lot of the key cards that you really want.
So do we start with Radovid?
If you could just sign the
No.
confirmation of receipt.
No Radovid, but I guess there is no damage setup. You either get your Radovid locked or you don't. So no real rush with that card.
Early Temple here from him. Visigoda could be potentially scary.
Once again, Foltest is something that he takes quite often from what we've seen.
So the Meave, we also did see a quite potent Meave previously. It does actually take the Meave, the Varaxis, and ooh, okay, gets to move the Rune Mage to the top with the Cintrian Envoy there. Could have done the Muta, but I feel like it's more likely you move the Rune Mage, because it is neutral. You can't shoot it with your leader. Here comes the Temple. Philippa's pretty solid. Maybe
Philippa for those, yeah, Erland snipes.
Ravenin is interesting.
Might be better in the Devotion and R than in this. Because you can do stuff with Inspired Zeal.
Oh my gosh, I just want to look through these temple pools. Actually, I can click the temples for that, it's a bit easier. I keep forgetting I can do that rather than trying to look through the deck. So, Imamon finding the Archgriffin, immediate Redanian Agent, come onto the board. This looks like Iris's Companions for Sanvanter. No, sorry, it's the Temple. No, Iris's Companions missing.
So we see the Big Prince and says
Leader for the late Muta, is that correct? Yes, it is. Alright. Hopefully now the players slow down a little. So, Imamon did take Visigoda, Queen Meave, and Varaxis from their temple, whereas Sanvanter has Philippa, Roach, and Varaxis from their temple. So both players finding Varaxis. Sanvanter going heavier on the big Anses, whereas Imamon goes big on the Archgriffin, but does have a bit of a smaller Anses in their own deck. Still, with the Vial of Forbidden Knowledge, you'll be able to buff up the Anses to some degree. Too bad. And late Margarita finally decides that the Envoy has travelled long enough and needs to be locked down and just settle in a place. Just settle down, you know.
okay, so another Centurion Envoy. A Firi Merchant has me scared, but I would assume that the last card Sanvanter put on top was a gold one, right? So she's probably not playing
Most
that.
likely.
Otherwise we might have seen Some traveling archgriffins, for example. Also, archgriffin is just shuffling itself back into the deck, can go anywhere. If we are thinking about the merchant later on.
I'm taking a little bit of time deciding on what to boost with the Old God. Like, probably the Archgriffin, the Ansace, maybe the Varaxis.
Merlin gets a buff as well as the priestesses, although priestesses are without the charges now. We've seen that it was one of the finisher cards used by Imamon earlier today.
Just to see, I think there's been 2 4-provision units played with missionary value, and then that one Radifid. I don't think there was many other provision targets for Sanvanter's missionary to boost up there. I need
Okay, so Radovit comes into the play, increasing the leader charges. Not the biggest tempo play, but as usual, especially from the red coin, if the gap is too wide, you can just leader for the Archgriffin and close a wider gap. That's why Imagawa likes to use the temple on the Archgriffin most likely. Like, sure, and says is the same catch-up mechanic, but one of them can be reused later.
Yeah,
okay, so Syndrome Invoice, it's a dangerous job. Traveling, there are bandits everywhere, and you can be beheaded by the recipients of your message, like here and there. So yeah. One is in the prison, I was in some dungeon, locked by Radovit most likely, although probably mistaken for a mage.
I don't think either of these players have heard of the saying, "Don't shoot the messenger."
No. And yeah, here we have it. The point gap is there, but in flies the big bird and flies back into the deck with all the boosts saved. So hopefully, if you never trusted this card, Imamon motivates you to try it out.
And yeah, like I think like people think, oh, you're playing Archgriffin, isn't that gonna just die to a single heat wave? Or one, not all decks play heat wave, right? Especially in this kind of tournament, it's probably more decks don't than do. Especially with what we've seen today, but you can also just play it after the opponent's path, because then they can't interact with it. You get the big value, and then it goes back into deck. That's why it's probably best to play the Archgriffin with a lot of these deck boosting cards, like Imamon is doing, and it's a lot of a safer style of play. Now with the round control, the question is, lead or just let
Look at those cards. Like, sure, you can replace them for the better ones, but
yeah,
no.
It's I think it'll be super rough leading into this hand from Sanvanter.
If Sanvanter gets passed on, he is also more than fine.
Oh yeah.
Discarding the Iris, so that's a nice hand he has, like literally full of goats, tutoring, eager for tutors, and also neutrals in hand already. I'm afraid for the Imamon's Erland a little bit between all the damage, double and says, keeping the board clean, and then
that is true.
Shoot. But yeah, we do see the push here. You can play. Yeah.
Oh.
You can push with those shitty cards. Probably get the Philip out here.
Yeah, this just feels so bad. You're trying to get this Visigoda to stick. You put the Vial on the Visigoda. Your 2 cards basically just getting answered by the 1 Philippa. And now it's a 6-point lead for Sanvanter. Gonna be very easy, I think, to keep the card here. And like, what, are you gonna push with the Trident? Okay, you do have a number of leaders that you can spend here.
Even Mif is getting sacrificed here, so you're just trading, hoping for your opponent to have the neutral, so big golds already in hand.
Look.
Although, yeah, golds can be mulliganed back into the deck.
If your Erland is significantly bigger, sure, you're incentivized to try to go for that short round 3. But it's super risky when Shoop exists, and we also know about this Ansace and Firaxis. Yeah, playing with fire here.
Say so. Oh, the push was with quite the bad cards, but now Ansace is semi-decent. Not doing too much, but yeah, I wonder if we'll see another leader for... Not even sure who, like, yeah, Verax's Outcast, I guess, is the next play.
But like,
Imamon.
I feel like he...
Ansace survives.
Erland's only at 6. I think you need as many leaders as possible to try to protect against Shoop shenanigans.
One day I'll return, but
You're probably fine against the 13 damage, especially since Sanvanter is going.
Does Queen Mif
Boost herself.
Elf should reduce
I
boost
don't
all
think
allied
so.
unit.
I don't believe she should, because
then
allied
it's not
units
enough.
generally includes not the unit itself, but the
Yeah,
wording
I
of
guess
Gwent
Sanvanter would have used the leader.
Yeah, the wording of Gwent is not
Yes.
amazing, and there are inconsistencies. Kind of just need to know the cards on it.
Okay, so it is Virax's Outcast dealing with the... through the Ansace with Virax's Outcast. He doesn't like his... yeah, and Queen Mif is not buff himself.
Okay, yeah. What's the answer, so? One leader remaining for Imamon, and a card advantage as well as this Shoop sitting in hand for Sanvanter going into this short round 3. Look. There's no toll punish. Oh, actually, maybe it's a bit risky with the Shoop, but there's an argument to even play the Archgriffin just from hand still.
And he has one leader charge and East
There's
West.
the,
yeah, that is doable.
Okay. Oh, with this mug, actually, you do have a Pella, so you maybe don't mind. Actually, no, you're not keeping the Pella. You just need to click this
So Eastred you are playing, right?
Yeah, I think
You're
so.
traveling.
See what you pick.
Margarita is on board, so floating doesn't make sense.
No, unless you wanted to use the Pella, but I don't think you. Yeah, when you need to find the Erland, and I don't know if you want Arch. Not go all in all hard, but then you sort of playing into a Shoop hunt to destroy a random enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is correct to roll the Arch. Breeder.
So no Shoop transforms here. Shouldn't be. But let's see how good of a Shoop roller Sanvanter is out of 3 units if he goes for that. Players can evaluate how big of Erland there is for both of them, more or less. Maybe not to the exact number, but yeah, we do see that Sanvanter is certain that his is bigger, and if necessary he can still roll through 2 units.
That's
but yeah, we see that
not even close, really.
Yep. There wasn't Iris discard.
That is true. That does make quite a difference.
So, Okay, so 1-1, and how different? We've seen different queue from game one, so yeah, everything is shifted now. Let me just open game one.
So I've swapped back
Yeah.
to the
He's picked a fight.
as we go into game
Gallagher.
3. Imamon leading us on blue coin with this double seller. There's the jackpot, but there is an Madamaki Serenity pawn off this diamond and summon some Passiflora Venison.
Okay, so
Screw
let's see
this
what
up.
Henry is up to again here.
Still not bad in this matchup because there is the Neomancy for Imamon. Siri is interesting because she does purify herself when she goes back to the other side of the board. If you time her correctly, you can play around a double salamander.
Sorta, sure. I guess you can buff her with Candle,
Yeah.
make her flip,
Yeah, that
and
is
then
true.
try to double Salamander, so... But something to keep an eye on. And we see the Calvid being played as an opener quite often. We see like Henry and Calvid not being utilized together, but playing against Syndicate, they're legendaries. Most questionable for most of the factions.
I'm not sure Sanvanter is going to have a great time here. Yes, you have the answers for the mutants, but each time you answer the mutant, that's leaving behind another 6-point mutant on board. So, in the last 2 turns, Imamon has shot ahead by an extra 12 points. 10-point lead right now. Not too shabby. You have your engineer spender on board. Wanted a bit less to sort of get value out of that with. But you can also threaten poison onto the Calvi using the
Step is there.
third experiment fee. Yeah, yikes. It's not normal to give double salamander round control this easily, especially when you know it's double salamander. With the Shoop transform, maybe you're potentially safe against that double salamander a little bit if you're able to leave a number of your own cards for last, or maybe use your own leader to play a salamander of your own somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be devastating. Yeah, but
you can
coin
try.
generation with Sanvanter's deck is probably a bit too hard.
I mean, you can try to guarantee like a renew as well onto even like a rune mage or something. Because honestly, no, sorry, renew is 9 or less. I thought it was 10 or less. So yeah, okay, a bit more limited in scope. I could renew Lydia. It's probably not amazing, but it's a...
Yeah. If you need an answer to one of the defenders, I guess things can be done with full city, assassination, like damage replay. You can renew Vilge forts. Well, we'll see. Okay, pretty decent rune mage, but a prime target for the poisons if the round continues.
Yeah. Still probably a better alternative to a lot of the rest, which would have just played for 4 or 5 points. What show? There's also, like, Veil is really amazing if you're able to play it against poisons and particularly double salamander. Rode is able to find Crystal Skull when played on the back row, and I think a 5 out of 7 chance with this rune mage. I think there's 7 neutrals. That's
yeah, that should be
good.
7.
You're able to find it, yeah. And I'm not surprised that Imamon decides to go for the long round with the double side.
Do we see Shoop Candle Destroy? Yeah, we see the Shoop. and not into the carryover because those 10 points are most likely getting poisoned anyway. Now it's more problematic to wait. Okay, there is another turn, and this is the squirrel.
What did the scroll banish? It doesn't really matter. Oh, the Geller, so it can't be rezzed.
Yeah, okay.
And Nero
the
is still in
renew
deck.
at the moment is iffy. Full city Sangreal.
Sangreal also purifies.
Yeah,
There's
so
a-
many purifies.
Yeah, never mind, we're not keeping Sangreal. Actually.
So a lot of options for the leader. We whoa. We do see Radea missing.
Yeah.
Goes 5 out of 7.
Special item I have.
Goes for the
Samurai.
control. Arabs are easily killed off when there is no candle for you. What are the bronzes? Rage statics. So, but instead we see the full city into. Wait, why? Okay, yeah, the assassination. I was like, see, there are always the details. Assassination has been changed. So, I was confused for a second, but doesn't matter.
Okay. Yes, this induction currently is not having any valid targets. We do need to wait for this Henry to come down. Get so many different Nilfgaard legendaries. I'm not sure what you would like the most. Toll Punish could be semi-valuable.
Do a transfer, yeah, the poison gets transferred immediately. Shelmar is not happy about that, but
Yes.
nobody asked leader models, I suppose.
I think it is important to note that there is a Fistech in hand for Imamon, but it's not in graveyard yet, so the Lydia doesn't have guaranteed access to a poison. That will change, of course, once Fistech has been.
This leader would have could have connected poison as well. But anyway, there is no reason to keep it on your side.
You know
for too
what?
long.
Wait. Okay. So, there's a Yenvo in
I'm ready.
hand. Yeah. If Salamander is left on board, you can Yenvo the Salamander, yeah?
I mean, you can.
Okay, assuming we
If,
get through the Azar somehow.
I mean,
Alternatively,
there is a dagger.
yeah, and no candle. Yeah, with the dagger and the code of weapons, you should be getting through. Okay, so you can Yenver the Salamander to deny the double Salamander. Alternatively, if Imamon kills the Salamanders immediately, you can use your leader into Renew to resurrect the Squirrel to banish the Salamander.
The Empire brings progress, advances civilization.
There are some interesting options. Puts the Afan in
Okay,
hand.
so Syndicate. Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
We do
That's an
see
interesting-
Casimir, who is providing you with some damage. We're also seeing the Hamelfart, who would have been kinda alright, but I guess if you are expecting to get Salamandered, it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, there is a whale on Casimir.
so not too crazy pools. Ether Kingslayer is always interesting to see. Also, this Damien would be potentially interesting. Since there's very limited controllers, all in the form of poisons. Of that not be able to transfer poisons across, just limits the amount of ways poisons is able to spread them.
Another disconnect notification, but they are short and we didn't have that issue so far. Hopefully continues like this. So Imamon got his turn. A turn pass to him and hopefully just considers what to play next. Nah, I don't like it.
You don't
I'm
like...
scared. Please, please go away the
Oh
disconnect
yes,
notification.
it's always scary. At least it's... I don't know if it's better to have like a few short ones rather than one long one. Yeah, it doesn't feel...
Same time next week.
Especially in such a high stakes match, like the very final match of the... Another offensive poisons, just trying to set up the big salamander. Potentially foreseeing the double salamander might not go through.
Of course, it's bad to spread all this poison with Roland in your hand, but nothing you can do about that. Don't want to risk it too early, but with the damage in Sanvanter's possession,
I think...
it should be happening anyway.
But I think you can... Yeah, I think it's going to be a big part of this is whether Imamon is going to be able to get this defender through. And I think it should be able to once we see the coded weapons being used up here. Although, that being said, the Casimir does, I believe, spawn at least one explosive. So Sanvanter is able to time it well. It can be 3 damage on some pivotal turn. Again.
We already see that, so I suppose the dagger into the Casimir is happening.
One. The Casimir might have been a really important play, although you take a few turns for the explosives to be prepared. As that fuse is slowly trickling down. This is perhaps the time where you can set up this Roland. I mean, it doesn't make a difference if it's dying to the Vilgefortz, really.
Yeah.
Lydia's...
So double props renew is what? Nausicaa Sergeant, nothing too exciting otherwise. You can roll and get Roland for yourself if you wanted, but is
without
it really
without the jackpot leader, I don't think it's gonna do.
I don't
awfully.
think.
So maybe gives you coins for your Casimir. I think you need to save it for the end to potentially renew the squirrel. Okay, never mind.
We have the leader, get some coins. So, what is it for Sanvanter? Can get the coins, use the explosive immediately, but yeah, goes for the renew, and I guess that's a Nausicaa Sergeant. No renew on a squirrel. Casimir is being the whaled unit, gets an armor even without being a soldier. So that's Lydia then. Didn't get the fish there from. And another whale as well. So Salamander is... no, we get the damage.
Oh, that's a bit surprising. I would have thought a Veil on, say, this 10-point Nausicaa would have been very, very nice. What did it kill?
The defender.
Right, okay. Maybe scared of some boost coming through.
There is the chemist, poisons and buffs.
That is true.
There was a royal decree into the Letter King's lair. Such an amazing play. Would have made Invo or Vilgefortz going into that instead. No, not really a beneficial play, but play nonetheless. So the full city is flipping soon.
Okay, earlier in you. Wait, why use the renew now?
Yes, you just expect the thing to get Yenvot instead of Vilgefortz,
But
so it doesn't.
I mean the salamander?
An interesting choice.
Or
Nah, okay, you mean in that sense, I was thinking about just Roland and the single salamander. Yeah, good point.
I'm not sure why you wouldn't go for the double salamander here. I feel like I'm missing something big.
Yeah. Maybe because there are enough poisons on big units already. He decided
Maybe things
that.
not necessary, but yeah, with no Roland, looking a little awkward.
So abduction is doing what? There is a
Probably pulling a one
Ilio,
or something.
but
Destroy.
there is no target at the moment. If you're playing mutant, okay, we do get the salamander first.
I mean, Mishan would even go to 9 or above, I think. Yeah, salamander does overprop a little bit, and boost itself. Usually the salamanders on board. Actually, yeah, with the salamander hideout, I think Imamon might have this. Very bad abduction.
Yeah, abduction is having no witchers to kill.
Goes for the Kahir, I guess.
And
Just
Kahir is just a Kahir.
8-point abduction. We've seen
Mutant
crazy.
killer, it's your time. Boom, 12. Much better than the Kahir. And
Yeah.
then the poison, and then there is still
Okay,
the
wow.
and the coins.
Yeah, doesn't need the double salamander. I guess, yeah, with that many poisons, it wouldn't have achieved that much.
He had the entire round for spreading those.
Wow.
So GG to the salamander, taking another win on the tournament.
I can't. How is double salamander doing so well?
Step away.
Yeah.
Imamon is one. Yeah, go.
This double cross, I'm not convinced by it at all, particularly in this kind of matchups. The Henry has been honestly more harmful than helpful. The rest has just struggled. The Toll Punishers have not found the value they've needed, which is kind of crazy when you're up against a lineup like Imamon, which you would think would be very kind of answer or lose.
Well, so far not too many answers for those. So let's see. We don't see a Purify in hand. And no access to Pure. Well, one mulligan, and then we'll see if Dana is doing much. Of course, Imamon doesn't know.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
previously we saw the Vial being played to set up the Ansace. Vial is missing,
yeah,
however.
he doesn't go for the lock.
Yeah.
Goes for Ansace. We will see leader charges though. I think you cannot use this. And I'm pretty certain no? Okay, so new lines being
Yeah.
attempted here.
Would have needed to
Pavko
use
is
two.
a long round card now and not a finisher as well.
But we might still just see the lock being attempted here.
Yep.
Honestly, it's probably more correct to play the lock earlier rather than later, because later there's more chances for the sappers to be drawn.
But
Ooh, Defender's
this
not
Archgriffin deck also has its own game plan.
Siggy,
Oh, nice
somewhat.
roll once again. DJ is there, joining the party.
So we had Baron. I mean, okay, if you can get last save, Baron is absolutely amazing against the Big Bird, the Late Guardian. Finish. Defender and Sigismunda. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, Defender is still like taking one leader charge away if you are protecting the poisoned unit, for example.
Yeah.
So not the greatest position for Imamon, I'd say. Lacks the Iris's companion. He didn't use Temple this time around, by the way. Earlier, so he decides to do it
Let's
now.
use it
most
here.
likely.
I think.
Mhm.
I mean, uses it the first opportunity. But
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
a bit later
That
in the
is
turn.
just a delayed. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
I think it was the first opportunity. Yeah, it was. Because
Yeah.
I played the Triss into Ansys to start with,
Mhm.
but I don't think you're really gonna be able to maintain in this round for much longer. Maybe you can afford to play a little more, try and get one click out of this Redanian agent.
I think, yeah, your Iris is playing for 6 tempo. I don't know. Eastret is a slow one to generate value. So you only have like 2 cards to play, so...
I don't think it would be enough to really catch up yet. But a
Yeah.
pass here does not feel good. Because yeah, if you look at this deck, there's no answer for the scenario. Directly, you've given round control over.
But let's see what Imagawa gonna cook. He did win it this match last time around from red coin, so the coin is the same. The lines players took were a little bit different.
Yeah.
Doesn't believe in Margarita at all. He gets in Mulligan, and yeah, the Purify was found.
Yeah, I think this is looking a lot better for Sanvanter than it did in the previous series. At this point in the game,
Not test my
Most likely it is correct. So we see Iris being discarded and not played on the board, so that she goes off in this round. Radovit is also a carryover play. And that's it for Imamon. Cannot continue playing below 7. But I suppose he didn't really have... like you'd need to go 3 down to generate more carryover. So, made no sense. Yeah, quite a small Archgriffin this time around.
yeah,
Not sure what to make of it. Might be just a clean harmony win if I were to predict. You don't have...
I don't know what to do here. I guess these offerings can kill these chameleons, but not even straight away once the scenario is set up. Probably the win condition would be for Sanvanter to miss the scenario. But that is in hand here.
So for now, Imamon keeps the Purify in hand. There are poisons, there are locks, but if not needed, you can just shuffle it back. So this is the best card. Oh, this is the best leader ability to have bad cards in your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So no
Or even
issues
some more
there.
of those slightly niche tech choices. Well, why we have stuff like the Ethereum Merchant being played in play Sanvanter's list.
The priestesses are 3 and 3 charges, not amazing. We do see the DJ coming in. They're, yeah, most likely gonna be hidden behind Defender. But what is he even doing?
The Shiru is missing as well as the Simless, so draws are not perfect here for Sanvanter.
I think that's not the first time Seamless is avoiding Sanvanter's hand. So that might have happened in the game that he lost as well. So the seamless and seamless tutor going able.
See me smiling. I'm dead serious.
This is
So the DJ is
ordinarily this would be kind of vulnerable to a Shiro at 6, moving the defender, damaging the DJ by 1, but as the board currently stands, this is pretty safe, and the DJ could be used, say, to just play the Old God to set up a bit more carryover on the rest of the deck. And I say carryover, but it's kind of weird, because you're kind of just investing the points to be played later in the round, really, through the Erland. It's not really carrying over into the future, because this is the only remaining round in the game.
yeah. The future is indeed now.
But this is kind of funny, because the lock goes through, but it also moves the Dijkstra behind the defender now. So, I mean, I think you'd click the DJ immediately when you use the pillar. There's no real reason to wait on it. But if you decided to sit on it, it would still be safe with that economy on board.
I guess that's quite a lot of points, so no reason to not take it. You are not improving by replacing the Peller with the Priestess, for example. Okay, so yeah, as you predicted, All God comes in.
Okay.
Everything is of course playing into the Shiro range, 6 is on board, but yeah, there is a small detail. Of that Shiro being a miss.
Come on, good folk, come quickly. I haven't enough for everyone.
Your next move shall be your last!
Dwarves are typically the best choice here, even if maybe the Mentor itself would have been better. In terms of maximizing harmony value, you go for the Dwarf because there isn't a Dwarf in hand.
Dwarf has like half of the board as not full value targets, but it is still not bad. It also had 2 tags, being a soldier as well as the dwarf. There was a Baron, right? So one.
There is.
Wait, no. There is a Baron in hand. So yeah, one of the tallest units, of course, gonna be reset. You are expecting the Purify. So I wonder if locking the Kiaran is more or less the same value.
Yeah,
You force your opponent to erase the harmony. You cannot, goes for the anterior. It is 1 point better reset from Bloody Baron.
But as you say, it does not play around the Purify, which is gonna come back to cost what, like 3-4 points later, I suppose. That was my connection appearing as being lost by the players, so it's all good. What is the Griffin Witcher of choice? Griffin Witcher Rangers, not bad here. But Mentor?
For the Mentor, maybe trying to hit the Priestess as he does. Oh wait, did your stream fall? Yeah.
Oh no. Yes.
Okay, so that's... I guess it's back now.
I don't know how that works with the delay.
Okay, yeah, it should be on the delay. There should be a buffer, so it shows the game number 3 at the moment, and it looks fine at the moment. Yeah, 30 seconds in.
Okay.
So
I think it's
you
fine.
might just want to record the footage just in case, but it should be fine.
Okay, I'll try. I'll see if I can start.
It was for the content. But yeah, just in case, if there is a capability, I just record it. Although Imagawa is streaming, so people can just watch it there,
That is
but would be unfortunate.
very fun.
So yeah, sorry for that. We should be back on after a small oopsie. And I mean, you're only gonna see it in 20 minutes, but the interruption was live, so...
Yeah,
hopefully
I'm not
we
sure.
are all set.
Alright. Anyways, how are we looking in this game?
Yeah, Erland is coming. Erland has a little bit of boost to absorb, but at the same time there are like how many engines buffing, scenario working, so it might be just comparable to the League Guardian, for example, being dropped as a last turn. So I'd say that Sanvanter should have it, but yeah, he would have been in a better position if he probably had
Yeah.
a Shiro
Or a
from
sim.
earlier when there were 6s on the board
Yeah.
to burn, or Seamless for just a power play. Although Oak Creature with no 3-ant on board might be good
This
enough.
will be witchers, not
As a
marauders.
comparison to a Seamless, occasionally when there are a bunch of how many engines on the board, your
Yeah.
Seamless playing for
It is another
14
tag.
minutes.
Why would you play Simless? It's another elf when you already have a Sapper and a CR, and you could play the Oak Critters and actually trigger your Harmony.
Yeah, so we see that the engines are just growing and you can only reset one of them, and I'm afraid that
Was
just
the
not enough in that Erland.
the offering was mulliganed, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, which this offering probably should have been kept for this chameleon, because with a couple extra procs, that is going to be I don't know, like 8 more points or something. Yeah, each chameleon click is 4 points here. I'm saying 3 of these engines are third because one of them will be reset. Yeah, maybe more like 7.
so Imamon is playing around Shiro, I would assume, just staggering the numbers 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Little does he know that there is no Shiro alert. Okay, 40-point Erland. And a big reset. Yeah, another nice play from Sanvanter, making the rendering Baron useless.
Okay, yeah. That's very, very nice.
And Brehan is just playing for more points. So on those clutch moments, Sanvanter has been
On the
finding
money.
the lines, because with the Baron reset for 17, there was only one leader charge
That
left.
that
and
could
I
have
think-
been a lot closer, I think. If we actually had the offering on the chameleon, if we actually had the lock, as you mentioned, on the infused unit, like that's I think what, like 15 points of difference, arguably.
Yeah. And if with Baron earlier as well, I suppose.
Yeah. So
But nicely done by the Sanvanter there.
Sanvanter optimizing lines as much as possible there, and takes us to a game 5. So we saw it in the previous game between these two players, and we see it in this game as well.
Turning the lights on
Ah,
as it
right.
is getting darker here. So game 5, wait, another decider. How many of those can you have?
Wait, it's getting dark for you, Kungfu. Imagine
Yeah,
it getting
why
dark
not?
as you're casting. Imagine it not just starting pitch black.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
right.
guys watching, you can spam the Matol Gwent in chat, but you can also spam follow train in chat, or sub train or something like this to support your fellow Gwent player from another half of the world for most of you, I suppose. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you for hosting me here, as well as everyone watching, and yeah, We all appreciate. I've been passing you occasional comment from the YouTube about the people enjoying
It is always nice to read those.
enjoying the cast. So yeah, let's have a nice one. Maybe we get a draw, but I wouldn't bet on it. So what are we having as the last match here? It's gonna be Archgriffin versus the Nilfgaard.
Yes. Interestingly, if you look at what has been played so far, both these decks have lost twice in the series already. So one of these decks will just absolutely suck for their owner, for their player. It will be the deck that I guess lost them this series and lost them the chance at playing in the Open.
And yeah, unless we get a draw, this is the decider of the deciders. We had Imamon already qualify from the upper bracket, beating Imamon, and now Sanvanter Imamon is a replay. They went for a 5-game series in the semifinal, and now we have it again in the lower bracket. Yeah, there is no deck choice of queuing. It's pretty simple, but people are collecting themselves. And,
yeah, it's I wouldn't be surprised about just going to get like a cup of water, get a drink or something, take a little break. Technically you're allowed to take up to the full 10 minutes. I don't think I could because I'd be way too nervous to wait for all that time, but you know, it's on the players to do whatever they think will give them the best chance at succeeding.
And yeah, anyone can participate in those tournaments, just qualify for top 4 positions on the ladder, and not this season. This season we are just counting the placements for crown points, but
It's double
check
crown
the
points, I
Matol
believe.
Discord. Yeah, you get the double crown points for this season, but there will be more qualifiers, and yeah, the link is in chat. You can exclamation mark Matol yourself when we are live with this segment, basically. So join the Discord, ask around me, Matol, and I guess there are more people in the community. So yeah, if you have the skills, if you have the dedication, you can participate. And there are more tournaments, like we mentioned the World Cup before, but there will be some tournament organized by the Lead, I think Devotion once again on 9th of March. So keep an eye out for the community tournaments. Moshcraft is organizing some, so if you want to get the feel of the tournament platform.
We also have Be Charitable, who ran a 8-person charity tournament with about a month ago. Check them out. Managed to raise 300 euros, I believe, which is very, very nice. Yeah, there's a lot of action still happening.
Imagawa says that invitation has been cancelled.
Yes, I see that as well. Would be too easy to have a smooth finish, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some water.
I'll yes, I guess as we're trying to sort out, find shenanigans, I'll flick through some of these other graphics that we have organized. See here we have roadmap where there will be qualifiers leading up to each tournament. I guess barring the grand finals, you need to take different ways to qualify for those by performing well, I believe, either through crown points or in previous open slash. Whereas the qualifiers themselves do help you place into the open, and yeah. If you want more information about all of these processes, make sure you do join the Gwentfinity Tournaments Discord under the command !Matol, which is a very great place to just get all the information, all sorts of tournaments that are being run, and all.
Okay, Matol type in. Hopefully
It's
we
the,
can just reanimate the platform instead of doing some weird Discord tricks and whatnot. But at least it's on the last. Okay, that's bad for the players who are were preparing for that last match. But at least it's not. Okay, the
Okay, you have
tournament
to
is
move to a
blank and
separate.
I can't restart. We have to move to a separate match.
okay, well,
So I would expect that players need to submit the deck.
I mean,
maybe-
I assume
maybe they
not, since
can
it's
do
only
it.
a best of one.
Yeah, but you need to fix the coin. So okay, it's been done.
I think that was just a screenshot from the current one.
Okay, but yeah, a little bit of downtime. So chat, ask something. Communicate. We'll answer pretty much
Yeah.
instantly.
Good.
See, there was a couple of comments about Discord not being updated.
Yes, I did.
And
I did
think
one
you
of the
updated
games.
it in like a
it
minute.
took to the end of the round one. I think I just forgot a
So,
little,
yeah.
but the rest I've been fairly on the ball.
No, but time-wise, it was almost instant. So we are on a delay. Yes, it's a delay. So.
I'm constantly
Okay,
sort of
so the
trying
answer
to.
in this first question, the answer will be yes, of course. I totally agree. Not sure what the question is yet. I might be setting up myself for something. Okay. If you are typing the question, this wouldn't work because it won't coincide. Okay. Okay. Nah. I mean, I don't mind, sure. Buffed in. Nice setup done. So we are closing on that connection lost episode in what 6 minutes, but it should be going through smoothly. I think there are some mechanisms on OBS installed for that. So Balance Council, do you have, after seeing 2 tournament weekends,
Well,
Imagawa of course shaking everything, like in terms of tournament play, people will say that his decks might be just the tournament decks and not suitable, but how do you feel about the potential Balance Council?
I don't know. I would love to see Matol go to 9 provisions, you know? I think that's what we all need. I expect that we'll see more flip-flopping for Nausicaa, Thirsty Dame, and Slave Driver. Hot take. I don't know if I agree with it, what I'm about to say, but Nausicaa might be fine as 4 power 6 provisions if Slave Driver just gets nerfed. The thing I find is that Nilfgaard can really struggle for finishes, and that's why like you often see Nausicaa's played even like really control-y decks, because otherwise they just don't have a way to get points on their side of the board efficiently. It's not like, you know, Scoia'tael where you can just simless for 1,000,000 points. You have to actually finals, because that's like the only way. Or maybe arguably there's blight makers, I guess, who kind of fulfill that niche, but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain that those cards will be fought over till the eternity, because you have so many takes on any platform you are discussing. People arguing that one 6p engine is much easier to get value from than the other. Yada yada. They all are kind of combining multiple things: messengers and the rain, bleeds and fladders, status and thirsty dame. So it's everyone's preference playing a big role. Okay, so match started. I guess we should be getting invites pretty soon. Sorry for the delay. We're waiting for the decider in this lower bracket final. Hopefully starting soon. Yeah, I'm seeing people, Nick and Metallic Danny, doing the polls and forms, and like checking recently on Nick's. I think the NR Witchers were the most popular vote for the buffs. You might see some changes there, but you never know where the balance will swing and what cards will actually be decided to, like, if people will agree with the content makers. We've seen Danny and Nick kind of dominate the votes recently, so it might as well continue, but I've seen some effort on Reddit as well, people making a website where you can just cast nominees and then as a community try to organize, so keep an eye on that. A couple of people being pretty active about it on Reddit, so we'll see. The balance wars will continue, but I think one thing, invite, nice, will remain stable. That's the Nausicaa, Slave Driver, and Trusted Aim debate. Okay, so accepting, and hopefully we get that decider, the rematch of the semifinal, and the last ticket to the Open.
Both players have played so many matches over today and yesterday. I'm sure the mental fatigue will be setting in by now.
Yeah. You got your invite, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, we're going. I was about to write to Matol and players, but yeah, the fatigue is there. So hopefully this 15-minute delay is not a big deal. Matol acted quite fast. This is the correct match, and the coin is correct as well, so
good.
We're all set, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it all started with Archgriffin from blue, quite unsuccessful from Imamon, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, it comes to that. And Sanvanter with his Shoop Nilfgaard was also struggling with this deck, so let's see who succeeds here.
Cultist is alright. I don't know if War Elephant is.
You probably giving more points to Nilfgaard with the War Elephant.
Really, what?
Invo. But playing Foltest kind of feels bad as well. For the tempo considerations.
It's a glorified drop, basically. And I assume that was a Viraxis take. Actually did go for a War Elephant, Viraxis, and a Roach Merciless the first set.
I shall not repeat Emir's mistakes.
Again, LV played it straight away, turn 1.
Although against NR, you might have liked to Henry first, but I think Sanvanter. There are different approaches. You can just give your opponent break in round 3 and try to find a suitable card for yourself. So you're not obliged to Henry early and play all the golds created from there. Most of them will be shit anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it is a bit awkward, I think, as well, going for that early or even a late Henry. Yeah, late Henry. Good luck trying to give pincer maneuver bricks, right? They can just put them back in their deck, even in round 3.
Yeah, that true. That might have depended on the faction you're playing against. Pincer definitely, and are not the faction you want. Inspired Zeal maybe, but not here.
Oh god, putting a bunch of boosts into the deck there. Archgriffin already sitting pretty at 18 points. But yeah, you gotta be really careful with the threat of a Yenvil and a Vilgefortz. Squirrel immediately coming down onto that Bruja makes it a lot harder for Sanvanter to do things with the full series later on. I'm actually not really sure how Imamon does properly deal with a full series with this kind of deck. I guess you can offering it, especially...
Yeah, offering works on the friendly.
I think would have gone through even with the Bruja, but it's probably better to have another special aid rather than that kind of... So see the early Milton coming down. Sanvanter doesn't seem like he cares too much about going all in on trying to get the full series Sangria Milton combo off every single game. Just playing sort of Milton for 9 points here, setting up a toll unit in the Old God, which can be Vilgefortzed death as well. Everyone's sitting on a number of points in these orders on the tactical advantage and the Vial of Forbidden Knowledge, though is trailing by 12 points with Sanvanter on the money right now with a 5-point assassination on Old God. A bit too fat and rotund to finish off with one assassination attempt help.
I guess Unsafe is the catch-up mechanic, but it feels bad using it here because Vilgefortz is ready to go for Sanvanter. But you can make as stall of Unsafe as possible with all the buffs, with all the orders. It's just a shame that Vilgefortz is waiting for it, and if you are using it after Sanvanter passed, that means you are card down, which is not a desired outcome as well.
But I think this is why we see this Vial and this Tactical and this Griffin Witcher Ranger being held on to maximize that value, and also you can use the Offering now.
Yeah, Offering is active. I wonder if playing the Iris is also a thing, but no, for now, no Iris. I guess she can be locked as well. No.
I guess
you cannot lock her. Sorry.
There's a Henry type?
Yeah, Henry comes in and
there's not what you want to be giving the opponent, really. I guess turnover is the least useful, but yeah, they can pull a lot of things with their leader. Damien is kind of scary to give over, especially with that defender. And the choices for yourself.
Damien works with charge leaders. You get the full charges, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Initial charges, that's 2 pincer maneuver charges. Okay. And the second one was a blanking defender. Okay. Is there any spine given by Sanvanter by now? Don't think so.
You mean Sanvanter or Imamon?
As in leader on Terra Nova.
Oh, right. No.
It does nothing at the moment. And, well, deck shouldn't have anything in that regard. Unless you roll from the creates.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I would have played that,
Front row.
No, I would have played the Terra Nova, because, it would have been a great assimilate engine here with that, Theon double proccing assimilate. I think it's actually really nice playing the Theon here, because you can now play the Archgriffin safely. Get value out.
I kind of would have liked the front row defender so that you can unsace into all those buffs, but yeah, we see that Imagawa just wants maximum buffs on
And
the
see the vial being used now to try to maximize
Archgriffin.
the value out of the vitality, since those boosts were going on to the Archgriffin. Okay. What is this? No way.
Why? Wait, why?
Shoot mage here and now? This is not
In this day and age, in
Move
this
a random
situation,
unit?
move a random unit?
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, I apologize to Imamon. I thought you were playing that really well, but it might not even matter.
Like-
That feels.
I don't know.
Look,
This is,
like there's some leeway for RNG. You know, it can go your way a bit, go not your way a bit, but yeah,
Okay. But it worked out for Sanvanter. Oh, after all this work, it might be just shoot time. Okay, goes for the unsafe. Does he even catch up? How big is the 20? Like, I'm not even sure.
I don't know anymore. I'm not sure how Imamon.
Okay, he's catching up with the duel. Just no more points on.
I guess yeah, Archgriffin is 20. You're sitting on like another few
12. You can duel the 12. You can kill it with all the boost transfers.
Yes, yeah, but then you're not getting as much value in
20,
your Archgriffin.
25, 37. Yeah, it is enough. Okay, it's at least that. And you can... Well, you need to count more precisely. Can you transfer the Griffin Witcher buffs? No. He decides that he cannot. You need to...
It's gonna be very narrow margin.
So that's... that abduction, by the way, doesn't have the targets. If I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, everything from temple is too expensive.
should be a dead card.
Yeah,
Rune Mage is only coming now after the
Unreal
COVID.
is pretty useless as well. This is... Sanvanter did have to use a lot there already. Does have the full series Sangreal, I suppose. Can replay the assassination, but that's not really great proactive. Okay, Imamon going aggressive here. Guess the
Yeah, and I
Erland.
guess he goes for the
Okay.
I'll bleed most value out of you line with the Erland. There is no more Shoop. There is protection from the Pred Dive. Anything else comes to mind?
I don't think. Yeah, it should be safe. Terranova is
Yeah, assassination.
not.
Assassination is targeted. Skellige specials are golds. Okay.
Mentor doesn't have
Master of
adrenaline.
Puppets making an appearance. Not mattering much, but nonetheless.
Oh, no
Nice winter
way.
heat as well, but there is a lot of gold, so
I mean,
it's not
that's
really
true, but
surprising.
also a good number of full provision units at the same time.
Kinda have to play Margarita, and she okay, drops the Artot.
This,
You cannot lock false city, sadly.
this Erland isn't even that good. Sangreal is gonna be so many points here.
Good of the Empire. That's what matters.
So how does the pass look? You leave your opponent with Radea.
I hope we can trust you.
Honestly, expecting the
Okay,
Enver,
just
that
going all
Margarita does
in.
not achieve anything really.
Yeah, I think I'd pass.
Yeah, pass was
But
definitely.
at least you get Radea. So
Yeah. But you probably would have gotten that anyways.
yeah, Radea and Sangreal was playing for 12
And the problem is that
and a couple.
we top decking into Vilgefortz and Sergeant.
Wait, how many points is that? This
Does need the Enver, but as I mentioned,
yeah,
it wouldn't have made a
Yenbo-
difference. If you're expecting that Yenver, you should have been expecting a toll punish there. So, you know, playing a
Like, you know the
unit,
Calvit
it doesn't-
order as well.
helpful. Unless you're expecting the toll punch to go on the full series, you thought the Sangreal was still in deck? I don't know.
And now the Nausicaa is
Might just solo
deal
this
breaker
game.
most likely, right? Okay. Trees.
This Priestess has 3 charges in hand right now. One in deck also has 3 charges. Margarita kind of limits any kind of shenanigans that we can go for. I mean, there's a Varaxis, there's a War Elephant still in deck.
So what does best trees look like? War Elephant is just a tall body, but not as tall as the Nausicaa.
Probably is War Elephant, and the problem is this Priestess doesn't have Zeal.
Having leader charges would have been kinda helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if Imamon finds the winning lines. You can guess what your opponent has, but you know that Margarita is there because the card back should be different. That is the invocation target after all. And that just sacrifices the Traveling Priestess. And Trees with War Elephant is what, 1 point short?
So yeah. Varaxis is also 8 points played on the back row. But yeah, I mean it's... very unfortunate, I think, for Imamon. I don't see a way out here.
Just
Yeah, especially since he knows what is there. Anything you take like a Roche, first of all there is armor, second you still know, but yeah, it's only 15 points and no passive income.
I mentioned...
Yeah, I guess Sanvanter was certain that he has one line
Yeah.
to that win, and that was the high roll because deck has been underperforming,
Yeah.
and high roll it was.
I think Imamon wins that if they don't play the Margarita at the end of the round 2 there.
Yeah, I didn't like the Margarita at all.
it's-
Like you didn't trade.
Look, it's also a lot
And
easier because
you-
we can see the hand. Imamon doesn't know exactly what the hand is. But I really think you do need to be playing around some opponent situation. Regardless, congratulations to
Yeah, okay.
Sanvanter
Congrats
for
to
taking
Sanvanter. Like
revenge.
it took a win because that was so random and out of
Yeah.
nowhere. They were playing second series, so sorry for that reaction. If we were like,
Yeah.
let
It's
down by
the
the
statue.
Shoop, but Shoop is there to make the exciting plays, but yeah, sometimes they're too exciting.
It is single elimination, 4 players, best of 5. So a lot on the
It's
line.
gonna be played on new patch.
Very sudden death. Yeah, well, it is next month, so there will be another self-balance council changes going through.
That form, and yep, see ya on the World Cup in a week. We
So you can
have
see-
Saturday and Sunday. We have